Good morning, all. We got a lot of stuff happening over the last little bit. Needless to say, I'm here in a sling, okay? If you've never been in a sling, you don't want to be. I'll just tell you that. We're going to be talking about the earnings reports to watch for the week of March 8th. Here with a brand new one less arm, I guess. Actually, not brand new. It's, in fact, minus one arm. We're going to make it work, though. We don't need arms for our brain, We just don't need it. Some pretty good ones this week. Again, a lot of people probably have some ones they want me to look at. If you have one in particular you want me to look at, you can either email me or leave a comment down below. I can take a look at it for you, see what I believe on it. We'll start with Monday real quick before open with Xpeng. NIO. Again, these are both Chinese companies I'm not super familiar with as far as the business model is concerned, so no mega insights there. Radnet Inc., Minerva, 9, Paya, and Ondas Networks. Nothing Monday really sticks out to me as far as super exciting. I know a lot of people interested in NIO personally, this company. So we'll see what that looks like. After close, carparts.com. Interesting thing to think about because it is, all things considered, mechanics necessarily weren't an issue as far as getting in during, protocols over the last year. But it's still, overall, e-commerce saw a big boom. So you wonder if carparts.com sees a benefit from that as well, or if it's just an industry that most people do in person, and frankly, most of them do. But some people, are intelligent enough about vehicles that they can buy their parts online. And usually they have a search bar there where you can find out with your VIN number what parts, could go to the vehicle. So many things to think about there. We have Wish.com. We all know Wish. You're paying $5 in shipping for a free product that turns out just to be a piece of plastic that's a knockoff that was made for about 2 cents in a factory. So potentially a 3D printer as well. But overall, probably actually seeing some good benefit. Again, it's a great quarter for them. We're talking about Q4 over the holiday period for them. Christmas involved in there. Should be looking for some good numbers from Wish, actually, all things considered. Now, again, maybe EPS line takes a hit with tariffs and shipping. I don't know. We'll see. Stitch Fix. I expect really good numbers out of Stitch Fix. Definitely the most interesting one for me this week is going to be Stitch Fix. They're going to be most likely growing their business definitely in the higher double-digit range overall year over year. So be on the lookout for that. My concern here is going to be EPS line, what they're able to do in terms of that. They've been able to boost profitability quite a bit over the last couple quarters. And overall, in terms of revenue, see quite a boom there. So I'd like to see what they're able to do. And I do think they're going to be doing a pretty good quarter here, no doubt. Shift. Waiter. Mohawk, a company you may know mostly for home decor products such as rugs and the like. We've got Green Brick Partners, Del Taco. I've been told the worst possible place you can get to eat some tacos, okay? Some people swear by it. Some people say it's literal garbage. But I've never had it. I'd like to know. We have Avid Bioservices. And then a little Chinese company after them. So then we're going to move on to Tuesday. As we start with a little bit of a censored one. Dick's Sporting Goods. Should have censored that one. Believe it or not, this is entirely sporting goods focused. The name doesn't have anything to do with what they sell, besides the sporting goods part of the name. So don't get too excited, ladies and gentlemen, potentially. We then, overall, sports are coming back. People might be excited. Good quarter for them. Overall, just being over the holiday period. Christmas benefit. We'll see what that looks like. We have Dago New Energy, Xeris, Pharmaceuticals, Thor Industries, one I know a lot of people are in, Marinus Pharmaceuticals, Trevena. There's a lot of these pharmaceutical companies this week, and again, these aren't ones that I tend to mess with too much because the inherent just massive volatility. Now, if you're interested in them and you've done your research on them, good for you, but I don't typically mess with biopharmas all that much. We have the Children's Place, Inspire MD, and Annie Pharmaceuticals, and Gamida Cell. That's how you pronounce that. After close, definitely one a lot of people follow, and MongoDB. Always putting up good numbers for the most part. Avid.com. We then have Sonos. I always talk about every time. Sonos is a very interesting company in the technology they're able to produce based off of the, obviously, word sonar for the most part. I'm pretty confident. I think that's why. I'm pretty sure. But it's how they their speakers, high-end speakers, are able to detect the size of the room and adjust the play mix accordingly as far as bass, treble, overall sound mix. That it takes care of it for you. Really interesting products by them. Good quarter for them, most likely coming up because it's the most beneficial for them. Array Biopharma again, Aquestive, AV, H&R Block. It's tax time. This is H&R Block's bread and butter, baby. Should see some good year-over-year increases as they haven't delayed the tax deadline quite like they did last year, so they're going to see more demand earlier in the year. This time around, we've got Avery, Open Lending, and Inari. Wednesday before open, we have Tupperware. That's right. You didn't think this was a publicly traded company called Tupperware, but there is. Okay? How about you put your leftovers in that and smoke it? Tupperware. Then Campbell Soup. We've got boring companies all over the place, baby. Stock doesn't move at all, but it's a consistent rock. That's all I'm telling you. Unfi. Bio Delivery. Express. Build-A-Bear Workshop. Not sure what to think about them. Surgery Partners. CVG. Vera Bradley, and Intermex. After close, one that I think we're all highly anticipating because this is going to have some ripples in some of the more interesting stocks in the market. AMC here. And when I say that, I specifically am referring to stocks like GameStop, the ones that were definitely short-term bets with a lot of people. These stocks were heavily shorted. And then people were able to bring them out of the doldrums and bring them back to some good health. They're going to be horrible numbers. I hate to tell you, AMC is going to put some garbage numbers, a loss of probably around $400 million, decrease of revenue of 50%. But here's the deal. I don't know what the deal is, but it's going to send the stock price likely plummeting unless people are able to get to it. And likely as a result, GameStop hitting a plummet as well when people realize these companies aren't trading on solid fundamentals. We'll see. I don't know, but I'm interested. The Tattooed Chef. I think that's a service in which they send you. I think so. It's a service in which they send you food that you prepare. So should expect good numbers. Cloudera, another stock I hold, really interesting company. I like what they're able to do. Not the most incredible growth rate out there, I suppose, but overall, I like what they do. Oracle, really good company as well. I expect good numbers out of them. Skills, Asana, Best Inc., Protagonist, Lending Club, not same thing as Open Lending, okay? Fortuna. Now, before open Thursday, we have JD.com, e-commerce popping off, and again, this is over in China, so expect really good numbers from JD. EXP Health, Celsius, Ballard, Party City. Don't know how they exist. I mean, you might find it hard to believe that Party City, a company that really only does most of their business in maybe 2 months out of the year, the vast majority of their business. How are they still alive? I don't know. Probably a company that won't be seeing the future here. Let's just be clearly honest with each other. This is a company that will not make it past the next 5 years. There's GoGo, Option Care Health, Zealand Pharma, okay, more pharmaceuticals, and what can I say? Aldera Pharmaceutical. And finishing off Thursday before open with Expo. After close, DocuSign, a service a lot more companies are using now, especially as people don't do physical prints anymore necessarily as far as signatures. It's more sanitary to do a DocuSign, but less accurate, but, that's okay. Microvision, Good Pharmacy, Ulta Beauty, always one that you got to look at. This is a retail giant that consistently does great numbers. The products they sell are perfect for gifting items, which is this exact quarter coming up that they're reporting. So probably good numbers still from them. Zuora, Stone Company, Wheaton, Avenger, Funko. Are people buying a lot of Funko Pops? I don't know. It's one of those crazes that you can't even imagine. But interesting brand nonetheless. Evoke. Before open Friday, we've got Northern Oil and Gas. Kirkland's. Surprised Kirkland's still around too, I guess. Buckle. High-end jeans. These are some high-end clothings here. High-end clothing in Buckle. Iterum, International Segways, Century Casinos, Summit, and PLX Pharmacy. So a lot of pharmaceuticals, I should say. A lot of pharmaceutical companies this week. A lot of really good ones, too, to look at. Again, keep in mind, tell me what you want to see. I'm tired. Arm hurts. I'm going to go to bed.